Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So my name is Ashish and today we are going to see about our last video what we have created for date table that should be compatible with Indian financial year, which is running from April to March. So everything, your week number, everything should be based on Indian financial year. So in last video we have covered like how to add date, day name, fiscal month number, fiscal month name, fiscal year full month. If I will show you in table view, so in you can see like all those things we have added. Okay, but we have to add now from fiscal quarter till is weekend. So these things, these attribute are still pending to add into this table. So I recommend you, if you have not watched my previous video, which is the part one of this series, go first check that video so that you will have a proper understanding why I have added all those things formula and what was the logic. Okay, so once you will understand that thing where I have added all these columns, then we will start now from in this video from fiscal quarter till is weekend. Okay, so stay tuned on this video, and in the end of this video I will try to give you one ready-made DAX function, and that you can derive into your every model, and just you have to copy and paste into your model, and whatever the columns I'm going to create here, you can do it in your entire project. Okay, so what you have to do, I will give you the DAX formula. Simply you have to copy, you have to paste, and you have to just change a bit parameter or the variables, and after changing that your date table will be ready. Okay, so first watch till end this video, so will you have understanding. First you need to understand that, and then later on, once you will understand, I will provide you the ready-made things and that you can apply. All right. So we are now into our home page. So we will go to our table view, and till fiscal month name we have added. Okay. Now we have to start from the fiscal quarter. So we will copy the fiscal quarter. We'll give one comma here, and we will give into the inverted comma fiscal quarter. Okay. Now what we will do, till the quarter, if you will check here, we have sorry, till fiscal month number we have already done. Okay. So we were getting the fiscal month number. We will copy it, paste it here. Okay, now here whatever the data till here we are getting, I will just divide it by 3. Okay, so we were getting the month here. If you will check the mode and month number, so we were getting the fiscal month here. Okay, and then we were adding 1 so that it should not be 0. Before that I will add here integer function so that it will round up to the nearest integer whole number, and before that I will just use q. Okay, and will merge it with the AND operation. Okay, simply that's simply done, and I will remove this and I will hit the enter. So as you can see, now we have got the fiscal quarter. This is a July. If you will check April, May, June, it's the first quarter. July, August, September is the second quarter. And if I will give for October and November, December should be quarter 3. That's perfectly coming here. Okay. So now this fiscal quarter have been done. Now the next thing is for fiscal week number. Okay, so we will go for fiscal week number, and let's see how we can get the fiscal week number from here. Okay, we'll give one comma, and now we will try to write our formula. So for fiscal week number, what we will do, there could be a slightly more difficult, but I will try to make this fiscal week number for you very easy. All right. So first we will decide if we have to calculate the fiscal week number, then the first thing we have to know what is the fiscal year. So it's the same thing, whatever the formula we have used for fiscal year, we will copy and paste this thing so that it should be decide whether Jan 2026 comes into financial year 2025. Okay. So that we need to know. So Jan 2026 is FY 2025. So this formula what we have used already in the fiscal year, that is going to be decided. Okay. So we will use the date function here, and this date function, it's getting the year already from this, and the month we will say it will be 4, and the day you need to start with the first, and that we are going to close. Not only this, now it has to copy the count of days. Okay. All right. Now simply what it will do, now we have the already we have got the date, so it will consider April as a first month of the fiscal year, and it will count the 1st April as the first week. Okay. Now we have to use one function that is called date difference, and this date difference will, how it will be do, this date already we are getting, and now the date to what we are going to get, simply we have to use the date table, the column we have been used, and now okay. So what we have used the date difference function from the this date, whatever is going to start as a April 1st, and the date whatever will be there, we will make the difference into the days. Okay. The first thing is there, and second thing, now whatever the date, whatever the information we will get, those we will divide by 7 to count as a week. Okay. And then we will add +1, so that date should not be by the 0. Okay. So and before that I will just add an integer, so that whatever the numbers we will get, that should be based on our full number. So I will hit the enter, and now we'll see what we are getting. So we are getting the fiscal week number. Okay. So fiscal week number, if I'm selecting as a April, let me clear all filter. If I'm selecting fiscal month name April, okay. If I'm selecting April, then the fiscal week number from the day first, let me try to sort it ascending. I will try to make the year only 2023. So now from first to till 7, it should come into week 1. So it's coming into week 1, now week 2, now week 3, and so on. Okay. So this formula is working very fine. Now we have to go for week number of the year. All right. Same thing. So week number of the year, it's very easy. I'll tell you how this is very easy. So I will keep the name week number of the year, and maybe some issues. I have to give one comma here. Okay, again, please comma. So here what we have done, we have got first of all a year from here. Okay, so same thing, the year we are getting from here, we will copy and paste it. What we have used to get the date, and then by 4 by 1. Okay, so what I will use the date. Okay, month will be first, and day will be the first one we are considering from the January. Now we have used the date difference. Okay, so I will use the simply date difference, and same thing from this date to the date column what we have created already. And once we will use the date, now we have the interval should be on day, and I will close it and divide by 7 to get as a week. And same thing, I will use the integer here. Okay, so that whatever the result I will get, that should be properly based on the whole number. Okay, so now we have got the fiscal week number of the year. Okay, so what I will do, whatever the month I have been selected, I first I will remove entire filter, clear all filter, and I will use only 2023. So let's see, in 2023 it should okay. So I have to use here also +1. The divide issue is making as a week number 0, which should not be happen here. Okay, so I will make as a +1. I will add the enter. Okay, all right. So I will close it, and from 1st of January I will try to make by shorted ascending. Okay, so now first and second, now it should be on week number of the year is a week 1. Now week 2 is starting from the 8th of January. It should be, see, from 8th of this, now it's starting week 2, and so on. Okay, same thing we have done simply, and there should be 52 or 53 weeks, so there is 53 week. And the same formula is working very perfectly fine. Same thing we have done, nothing we have changed. So we have got the year already from here, that year we have taken the date from there, and then date we have added the first as a month, and the first date as a consider to starting. then the date difference between this to this and divide by 7 and the integer for round up. So perfectly we have got it. Now the next thing is week number of fiscal year. It should not be fiscal year, actually it should be week number of the month. Okay, because we wanted like from the Jan of month or Feb of the month, what is the week number of those months. So this should be week number of the month. So this will be the next target to achieve that. So week number of the month, and now we will try to write it here. All right. Before jumping to the week number of the month, I would like to tell you whatever the week number of the year we have achieved through this logical formula in the Power BI. There is a one DAX function which easily you can get the week number of the year. Okay. So instead of week number of the month, I will type here week number of the year as a one. And simply what is the formula here? There is a formula kind of week number. Okay. The date column I will refer what I have created, and simply I will keep one to start it from the Sunday, and simply I will hit the enter. Now we have another week number kind of week number of the year one will match it whatever we have created. Now you can say week number one, week number two, week number three, and so on. Everything is matching from here. Okay. So in Power BI, there are multiple way to achieve one thing. Okay, this is the easiest way. But I, since I have tried to write this fiscal week number, so first I tried to teach you in this way, and the second way is like week number using this particular function. Now we will go for week number of the month. So we wanted like we are having every month are having 4 or 5 week, so that we wanted to consider and we wanted to check it. So week number of the month we will go. Okay, all right. So what do you have to do for finding the week number of the month? So just take the day number. So how you can take the day number? Simply take the date what we have created column that I have taken. Okay, and now from here we have to subtract -1. Okay, I will tell you why we have done that. And now the result what you are going to get, you close it and divide by 7 to get the week 1 or week 2. Okay, and the entire result what you are going to get, use the here integer, okay, to round it up. And after using the integer, now what you can do, just try to add here +1. Let's try to hit here enter, and let's see what we are getting. Okay, so tick, 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 tick. Okay, so week number of the month we have to get whether it's the first week of the month or second week. So you can see in every week there will be 4 or 5 only. Okay, so this is the 4 week, and this is started another first week, second week, something like that. Okay, so simply we have nothing done any kind of magical. So the day gives the day number in the month like 1 to 31st, and then we have subtract 1 so that the first week start from 0. Okay, and divide by 7, convert days into weeks. Since 7 days 1 week, and we have used the integer, keep only the whole number as a week count, and then we have added 1 so that first week become week 1 instead of week 0. All right, I believe now you have understood. All right, now we are at the end of this video, which is the last thing is weekend. We have to know whether it's a Saturday, Sunday, or it's a weekday. Okay, so whenever you are doing any kind of time intelligence things, many people wanted to know whether their sales are dipping or growing on time of weekend or weekday. It's very important you to have this feature also is weekend. How we can do this is the very important. And if you are doing into your project will be like cherry on cake. You can provide a granularity things, a lower granularity, and a very in-depth analysis of your sales if you are working for any retail things. So that will be going to a magical. How you can do that is weekend things. That is a very very simple and very easy. Okay, what you have to do, we have to use first the weekday function. Okay, so this weekday we will take from our date. Okay, and we will give the date whatever we are going to consider. The weekday should start from Monday. Okay, and so now whatever the week we will get, it will count from the, if I will do it one, it will start from Sunday. If I will do two, it will start from Monday. Now if we will use the if condition, and I will say if it is Monday and greater than 5. Okay, greater than 5 will reached on Saturday, then you simply comes give me a true condition. Okay, and it will give me the true condition, and else you give me the false condition simply, and I will close it, and that will be simply ended. For that I will hit the enter, and let's see what we are getting. Okay, I will just collapse it. Will go here in the last of this video. Now I will just try to find out only the Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Saturday I will click, and I will click on Sunday, and those should become as a true only. So now is weekends is coming only the true, and as soon as I will clear all filter, and I will just remove the Saturdays and Sunday and will select all. Now it should show me false only, no true. Now the same thing happened done. Okay, now you have completed this particular date table. Now you understood how you can add entire columns regarding to your date table and your fiscal year that is related to India. Same thing you can, if you are working for any other country, you can modify the same thing. Okay, now I'd like to tell you at the end of this video, just comment me DAX. Okay, I will give you the this entire DAX, whatever the project you are doing. Just simply as I have referenced this start date and end date from this, you know minimum of my sales order fact table and maximum of this fact table. Just you have to modify this two variable, everything's are going to work for your project. Nothing you have to do, just you have to copy and paste this entire DAX function into as a new table. Okay, and just you have to change these two variable, giving the your column reference, whatever the column reference you have to start and end date. Now your complete fiscal table or your date dimension table is completely done, and you can do any kind of your time intelligence function. It will be free of any kind of error, and it will be perfectly. So just comment me there as a DAX, and I will give you the entire query. Okay, I thank you so much for watching this video, and if you find this video helpful for you, please hit the like, because that's motivate me and that's helped me to create another video. I thank you so much for watching this video. Keep growing and keep